H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and it's Tuesday morning. Oh, we got a lot of stuff to cover, but let me check and look and see who my starting five are. Hold on, let me go all over the place. Hold on, because sometimes it be hid, sometimes the starting five be hid somewhere. Hold up, y'all. Let me get to my starting five. Let me hold on. Can I get a second? There we go. There we go. So let me see. Yeah, I got some people there. Yeah, okay. I see some people. Let me see. Let me look up on the board. See, sometimes they don't have y'all. See, I got a cumulative record of all of y'all from both sides on the screen. But I look to my personal device and see which ones come on too. So today I'll start in five. Or Sonia Billingsley on Facebook now. Sonia Billingsley, Maite Cora, Daryl Anderson. That's Mindy Collins. It's D-Ho. Well, no, it ain't D-Ho. And Kevin Lewis. And on YouTube, we got Rod Wells, Jeremy Davis, Marcus Ketchens. Who is that? Corey Willis, D. Holcomb. Marcus Ketchens, welcome back. Welcome back. I guess we have to talk about some high school basketball, but I got to wait on Jimmy to get on there. I want to talk about it twice. But make sure if you're on YouTube, so that means D. Holcomb, Corey Willis, Marcus Ketchens, Jeremy Davis, Rod Wells, all of them should have a thumbs up right now, no matter what. And everybody else should have a share right now. Okay? Okay, let's get that out the way first. I see you, Rabbit, on there. I'm just looking at the bottom of my screen. I see you. Got a lot of interesting things I want to share with you today. It's just I got one that's real. Let me see if there's any comment. Yeah, hit that thumbs up now, everybody. Somebody ain't hit it because I don't see but 3. Oh, there we go. Somebody ain't hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should be 6. There my dudes go. Oh, I'm ready. But I got a question from y'all. Y'all first people on here right now. What's out there interesting that you saw over the night or this weekend? What's on y'all mind? What y'all want to talk about? Give me something. If y'all know I got a list of stuff, but sometimes, listen, I want to know what's on y'all mind sometimes. You follow me? So I want to know, Mindy, what's happening out there? Mindy, Mr. Catches, what you want to talk about? Tyrone Caldwell, what you want to talk about? Kevin Lewis, what topic you like? Oh, Sonya Billingsley, what topic you like? Boy, my sinuses is killing me, y'all. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I didn't have time to push mute. CU football is back in the win. Absolutely. I talk about them. I try to talk about them at least every day. No. I try to talk about Coach Prime. See, y'all get it mixed up. I don't care about CU football. I want everybody to read my lips. I'm going to go to this camera right here. I don't care about CU football. Only Prime and the kids, especially the kids that came from Jackson State and other HBCUs. Okay? So I, Mark Edwards, really don't care about CU football. Because if Coach Prime them move and go come to Boogaloo State, I'm going to Boogaloo State. You follow me? So don't get... I know y'all might be excited about CU football. I'm not. I'm excited about what Coach Prime. I was excited by what he did at Jackson State. I'm equally excited as what he did doing out there. What's up, David Garrett? How you doing? Derek Lane, my nephew's in the building right now. One of the greatest up-and-coming comedians, Derek Lane, in the country. Amazingly funny. Got to bring him on one time. I don't want him cracking y'all sides up, so I'll bring him on one of these times. We're gonna come on, and I'll bring him on. What else we got? I'm trying to take a look. I'm just trying to take a look about where I want to go, because I'm trying to see. Did anybody get my message? I said this is a day. I'm finna roll call. Sonya Billingsley. Is it anything in the news? Anything you want to talk about? Monte Corey. Is it anything you want to talk about? Daryl Anderson. Rod Wells. Jeremy Davis. Is it anything you want to talk about? Mindy. Don't you want to talk about your Astro? Anything you want to talk about? I'm just curious. Marcus Catches. Is it anything you want to talk about other than what we covered yesterday with Marshall basketball? Let the season start. All right. Let's go. What else? I'm just trying to figure. D. Holcomb, is it anything? Is it anything? Are y'all just waiting on me? Because I got something. Are y'all just waiting on me? Let's see who else we got. Tyrone Caldwell, I know you got something to say. At least Mark said something about CU football. Nephew, you got anything that you want to talk about? Okay, Shadur to the Steelers. We need him. Kenny Pickett. Shadur ain't coming out. Do you remember I said he should come out? If he was I would tell him to come out. But I see what they're trying to do. I don't think. Why was it inspiring? Okay, that's a good one. Why was it inspiring to you? You said Rich Paul's 60 Minute was inspiring. What was the inspiring part for you? Because I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. Rich Paul on 60 Minutes. So I don't know what you're talking about. Tell us, share with us, Kedrick Lewis, the inspiring thing that was so inspiring to you. Talk to me. Don't clam up. I know you're gonna go play like you're doing something. I want to know. See what happened. What's up, Coach Smith? I see you on the line, Coach Smith. Sometimes people come on and just comment, and they just want to hear what I got. I want to hear what they got to say. Sometimes I want to hear what they got to say. If you look behind me, I guess Jimmy gonna talk about this later. He sent it to me. It's a season opener banner. I put it behind me, and but I'm just giving you a time. Martin Ketch said, "How about them Cowboys?" I don't want to beat up on them that bad, y'all. If y'all want to beat up on them, I'll let y'all beat up on them, and I'll echo what y'all was saying. But see, my thing, I didn't expect. I didn't expect too much from them. See, when you don't expect something from somebody, if they don't do good, they don't do good. Mark said, okay. I haven't seen Rich Paul's 60-minute interview, but the interview on Gil's Arena was unimpressive, to say the best. I agree with you. Mark. I saw that interview. He take too damn long to get his answers out. First of all, you know, maybe just the way he is. He just take too damn long to get his answers out. I ain't got that long. You got to be quick. You got to be quick. Million. What's up, Daryl Barnes? Daryl Barnes, is anything you want to talk about? That's a good one. But my man ain't said nothing yet. See y'all. See this kind of stuff I'm talking about. See, this kind of stuff make. I put. He said the Rich Paul 60 Minutes on 60 Minutes was inspiring, and I asked the question, what was inspiring about it? What was inspiring about it? Because I want to know. I haven't seen it. So, anybody else seen it? Y'all mighty quiet today. Mighty quiet today. Well, let me share these couple things with you, because y'all mighty quiet. Michael Jordan, Henry Sims. We got people. I give Henry Sims. Sometimes, if you great at, well, you know, if to be great at what you do, you want to know what the people on the boom boom. I want to know, this the boom boom room. What do y'all want to talk about? Give me something. Give me a topic. So one guy put a topic up there. He said it was inspiring, and he won't say nothing else. Don't y'all know conversations are two-sided? Sanders would be a cowboy after he's through with Colorado. Why would you say he'll be a cowboy? Why not the other Marcus Catchings? Why not the other 31 teams in the NFL? Why? Why would Deion Sanders, Marcus Catchings put this on him. He said, why would he want to be a Cowboys? Ain't never had no black coach. A black head coach. They had a black interim coach, but they never had a black coach. Why would he suddenly become a Dallas Cowboy? See, you know a man, you look at his history. He ain't never had no black coach over there, and y'all cheering for him all the damn time, and y'all ain't noticed it. But why you think maybe Deion probably don't even want to work for Jerry? Who would want to work for that meddlesome ass owner? I'm asking for a friend. The social media justification for LeBron as the GOAT over MJ. Yeah. Who's saying something about the GOAT? I don't. I ain't see that. He said I ain't seen the GOAT stuff. I missed that one. Dak is done. Deion said he would not coach any, but you know what? People always say stuff. Ricky Scott, ain't you done said some stuff before? You done changed up on Ricky Scott. Ricky Scott, you ain't never said, well, I ain't gonna, and then did it. I know I have. He said, I watched 60 Minutes. Rich Paul said, it was a rash, your richest story. Okay. Thank you. All right. Dak is done, his son. Dak is done, his son is the quarterback. Who's to say Dallas gonna get the quarterback? Shadua ain't coming out this year, boss. Shadua ain't coming back. Hey, y'all, y'all know it's Jackson State homecoming. So y'all know y'all gotta understand. I was in the band. I played in the band when I was young. And I play. So I kind of like this kind of stuff, and I don't want to play it because they might mess me up a little bit. But I got to play a little of it. Got to play a little. They got some new uniforms on me, Jackson State. They got some new uniforms on me. I just love the drum majors. Y'all just humor me for a minute, y'all. I love PV's band. I love everybody's band, but I just got this. I done played all of y'all's before. I done played PV. Y'all got to understand when I never forget when Jackson when TSU played PV. I sit there and watch PV band the whole time as they marched in. I didn't get a chance to watch TSU band, but I watched the PV band the whole time. I like the way they march. They march inside the stadium. That's a whole nother thing. But hold up, y'all. Hold up. Okay, hold on. I got to play it one more time. I like Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. That get me born. I'm sorry. That get my blood born. Okay. That's Jackson State. They homecoming this weekend. It's a lot of homecomings this weekend too. Let me shout out to all the homecoming people since I'm here. Let me see. I got it on my list. Homecoming this weekend. Bethune-Cookman. I think Virginia State University, Mississippi Valley State, Jackson State, Johnson C. Smith University, Albany State, Grambling University, Central State University, Southern University, Morris Brown College, Tennessee State University, Tuskegee University, all having their homecoming this weekend. But you know what? I saw something. Y'all know when I always want to go know a little bit more. But somebody sent me something. And it wasn't Tanya. She wasn't Tanya. But they said it's homecoming at the best HBCU. This them telling me this. It was originally the Natchez Seminary in Natchez, Mississippi in 1877. Also formerly known as Jackson College. The Mississippi Negro Training School. Jackson College for Negro Teachers. And Jackson State College before becoming Jackson State University in 1974. Shout out to them. I didn't know this history. I'm so glad y'all send me this information because I want to know this history. That's Black history right there. We had to have a university because they didn't want us to go to theirs. All these universities that we running off to now, they didn't want your little black butt. That's why I love HBCUs, y'all. Cause I called the game to TSU. Before I ever did that, I've been on this show for 7 years, beating the drum for HBCUs. Because I finally understand how important they were. They didn't teach me this when I was a young man. That's why I went off to other colleges. They didn't teach me this. So I want this to be a digital record. If a young man was to come and pull up this show and hear me talking about this, it might get him to say, wow, a HBCU, if somebody ain't told him at his home. I said Southern University, didn't I? Yeah, I said that right after grammar. I said Southern. But what else? What did y'all say while I was gone? It's a classic preparation and opportunity situation. When he met LeBron, he was in a position to bring. Okay. All right. First chair clarinet, first chair trumpet, first chair drummer. Over here, a young lady. I can play all of them. I tried to play everything. I even tried, let me tell you something, because it was so hard and my sister played it. I wanted to try to play the flute, but I couldn't play it that good. I could play one thing. What's that song? Dun, 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 dun. I forgot. 1, 2, 1. I've got the name of them. I can play that. That's the only thing I can play. What's up, Eric Boone? And we ain't playing that he ain't swag. But yes. So that's that. Let's see what else. Did anybody else? I guess y'all don't want to talk about the because I don't see nothing y'all saying about the Rich Paul stuff that makes me want to go over there. So when y'all hit a better point, I'll come back to it. Y'all know I will. But shout out to Eddie George. They beat I forgot who did Tennessee State beat. I think was it Kennesaw State. Kennesaw. They beat a college the other day. First chair sax. Okay. Hate the piccolo and I hate the flute. But that was the girls played them. But boy, you give me that trumpet. And the only reason I stopped, Anissa, playing trumpet because I stayed. We live across the street from Mickey Gregory, If you go look at Isaac Hayes in the back of the Shaft album, the trumpet, the guy playing the trumpet was Mickey Gregory. He lived across the street from us. So, but his lips were pink, real pink. And I said, hell, I'm a young man, a little old young boy. And I'm saying, I don't want my lips looking like that. So I stopped playing the trumpet. I stopped. Then I learned how to play the guitar, the bass, and then all that kind of stuff. This is how about the Lakers? Yeah, we're going to talk about them. Minnie, let's talk Astros. The Astros got to win today. They can't let, but we'll talk about that. It's Jimmy. Let me see what else. But Eddie George said had a big win this weekend, and I've been hearing things about y'all share the show. Everybody, you come on, hit the share button. If you on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button. But they were telling me, it was talking about I don't believe this, but people keep talking about, since the Deion Sanders phenomenon, we need to bring more charismatic coaches in and different coaches. But I want y'all to be mindful. It ain't but one Deion Sanders. There's no more. There ain't but one Anissaville. They ain't gonna make no numbers. Ain't but one Landon Odwin. They're not gonna make any more. So it's one. So what? It would be nice if the guy can come in and affect change and win, like Deion. That's all we want. We want our best and brightest coaches coaching at our HBCUs, but we got to pay them now. We got to figure out how we can we got to figure out how to pay these guys, because these are highly trained professionals, man. I wouldn't know, man. Shout out to every coach, basketball coach, any kind of coach. I know how hard your job is because I'm close to people. And I couldn't do your job. I couldn't do your job. You don't agree with what? Tell me what you don't agree with, Daryl. I love for you not to agree with me. Put it back on the screen. Y'all, just in case y'all don't think I'm talking to myself. He said you don't agree. What you don't agree with? Tell me what you don't agree, because I've said a million things. What you don't agree with? Help me out. But coaching is a hard job, man, at any level. Because everybody's sitting over there in the stands. Don't forget, Daryl, I want to know what you mean. Everybody's sitting over the stands second guessing the coaches. I do. Even when I analyze the games. My job to analyze the game, Chatterbox, one of his favorite things is to ask me, Johnny Arnett, is to ask me, what would I have done in that situation? Without criticizing the coach, I just always said, well, me, I would have did this. I would have did this. And then sometimes I have to anticipate what Johnny Jones going to do when he come out of the timeout. I'm not in the timeout with Johnny Jones, but I just have to, draw from my knowledge of the basketball game what I would do, what I've seen coaches do, what I've watched coaches do. So y'all got a hard job, man. My hat off, especially football. Man, I wouldn't know what to do with no 80-something damn kids. How to organize them practices and to deal with 80 kids. It's unbelievable. He said, you don't agree that they should hire charismatic coaches? I don't care if you agree with it or not. I don't care if you don't agree with it. I said I don't think they should. I think they should hire coaches that win. Everybody ain't charismatic, and you should know that yourself, Darryl Barnes. Everybody just don't have it. The point I was trying to make is, ain't but one Deion Sanders. Go find me somebody similar. Cliff Kingsbury ain't charismatic. Who say he's charismatic? I mean, talk to me, y'all. Y'all. I'll let y'all handle this. Y'all know Deion amongst white folks, and he's charismatic. Everybody's not charismatic, Doc. I'm just telling you. Some coaches just dry as hell. Some coaches evil as hell. Some coaches got demons. I don't know. Everybody ain't charismatic. So why should a school go look around for a guy hold up, that guy who beat on Deion them Oregon, he ain't charismatic. That guy who who is everybody Bill Belichick ain't charismatic. Mike Tomlin is the boringest. Oh my God. So thank God you're not a president at a university, because you'll be constantly hiring guys that you think charismatic but can't get the job done. I want anybody, HBCUs, let's hire guys that can get the job done. But let me help you. Even Eddie Joe. Eddie George is cool, but ain't nobody talking about him. You following me? He just had a big win. Somebody tell me the win he just had, Tennessee State. Somebody look it up for me. Watch this. I'm going to show you this. Watch this.
Simone, I really want people to get behind Eddie George some more. Look, I know he's not as charismatic as Deion Sanders. No one is. But people always are talking about, man, if HBCUs could get some more high-profile coach. Look, Eddie George right now is probably, with the absence of Deion Sanders, is the most high-profile HBCU head coach right now. And I just want to see more excitement around the program, especially, you know, SWAC and MEAC fans. You're not going to play Tennessee State, hardly. I mean, they play a couple of games, but for the most part, they have a non-HBCU schedule.
I want to stop that, because think about what Eddie, thank you, Odyssey. It's common sense right there. He forgot Eddie George was coaching. Eddie George, ain't he a Hall of Famer or close to a Hall of Famer? I don't think he might not be a Hall of Famer for the running back. He might not be a Hall of Famer. Pretty good player. But this young lady on here didn't even know who SWV is, and people was tearing her up online. But she, SWV, a lot of people don't know who SWV is, because they was talking about he got a popular white. Let me let y'all finish this, then I'm gonna come back into it. I'm gonna go back to where
Simone, I really want. Well, I want.
Remember that he's even coaching
for your team.
I think it's because, like you said, he doesn't have as much of a social media presence, so it's hard to even remember that he's even coaching there.
Well, I want something to change. He's got a celebrity wife. He's married.
Who is his wife?
He married, I think it's Taj from SWV.
What is SWV?
Sisters with Voices. This is the part of the show where you
You're
show
talking about
your age.
some SWV. What is that?
People are slamming their phones across the world right now with you not knowing who SWV. Weak. I get so weak. In
Oh, okay. You should have led with that. I know that. I can hardly speak.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything. The remix with, the Wu-Tang Clan.
Okay. But yeah, we'll be sure to put the camera on Eddie. See if we can get a little something from him.
And here's the thing that I want.
I like that, though. I like her being candid about her not knowing who SWV is. Cause I mean, if you grew up around them, but they ain't done nothing. No, I shouldn't say that. They wasn't. I shouldn't say that. Robert, stop it. They wasn't that wide spread, right? But I got you, Darryl Barnes. I got you. But all I'm saying is, Eddie George. Let me see. Didn't nobody find it for me? Boy, y'all. Where is Kevin Freitman when I need him? See, I shouldn't have to do. I just asked one thing. Tennessee State. I got it right. All this time. Tennessee State football. But won't nobody tell you, football. I find him a damn. I got to do the show and find the stuff for him. Somebody could have Googled. Y'all ain't doing nothing else over there. Who would they be? Let's see who they beat. Kennesaw State. Kennesaw State. Oh, thank you. You took too long though. I'm sorry, but Kennesaw State, they beat them the other day. That was a big win for Tennessee State, man. HBCU, and nobody's talking about it. Just want charismatic is the Greek word for Greeks, created by Greeks to justify enslaving people. You were sad to be gifted from the God. Okay. You're going too deep. We give us the urban dictionary version of it. Whatever it is, Deion Sanders got it. All right. His wife is one of the ABA Sugarland legends. Whose wife is one of the ABA team's Sugarland legends? Who y'all talking about? What is y'all talking about? Oh, one of the owners. Man, that thing ain't even existence no more, Marcus Carroll. That was a one-hit wonder, man. What is you talking about? Man, that league ain't in existence no more, man. Man, let me get on to the show. I tried to help y'all out, but y'all, But did y'all see? Anybody see? We gotta talk about Wimbiana now. But did y'all see? Last night, see, come on, Marcus, that was bad. But did y'all see last night? Did y'all see RG3 talking about Lamar? Taking up for Lamar Jackson? Did y'all see it? Anybody saw it? Before I get into it, I thought it was unique. I'm gonna just play it for you. Watch this.
Title to take. It's anybody's title. Every team in the division is separated by one game. But the question I have is, what is Baltimore, right? I played there for 3 years, last 3 years of my career. I know the identity of what they want to do inside of that building. But right now, Lamar Jackson is not getting any help from his offense around him. Defensively, they're great. Second in points per game, giving up, second in yards given up. But offensively, having 8 drops. Now, Larry, you're a wide receiver. 8 drops in the greatest American Football League in the world is never acceptable. So I'm hearing guys talking about, oh, well, Lamar Jackson needs to be better. He needs to do this. The real question we need to ask is he getting enough out of the guys around him on offense before we start talking about his contract? He's out there fighting for his fudging life, man. I don't know what more the guy can do.
Yeah, I know you're talking about Baltimore. I'm going to Cincinnati.
You see, Ryan Clark put his leg. He said fudging. Fudging. I ain't never heard nobody say fudging before. Maybe that's a new term. I'm going to repeat it again because I know y'all missed it because some of y'all might be over there doing whatever, picking your nose or something. I'm going to play it one more time.
Title to take. It's anybody's life, man. I don't know what more the guy can do. Contract. He's out there fighting for his fudging life, man. I'm talking about his contract. He's out there fighting for his fudging life, man. I don't know what more the guy can do.
Yeah, did say fudging. He did say fudging. Fudging. He did. I ain't never used that word. Oh, thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. Hey, people think all over the internet they was talking about it. And then he said, man, he came on and said, man, a lie will get halfway around the world before the truth puts his pants on. He said, I clearly said fudging, but on social media, it went wild. But did you see Ryan Clark? We're going to get to Wimby in a minute. Watch Ryan Clark.
Title to take. It's anybody's time. I don't know what more the guy can do. Before we start talking about his contract, he's out there fighting for his fudging life, man. I don't know what more the guy can do.
Yeah,
That man closed his eyes and put his hand down. Look at him. Ryan Clark gave the whole thing up. Come on, man. You got to be a professional like Larry Fitzgerald. Look.
I'm going to Cincinnati.
Okay.
What Cincinnati did yesterday, they showed a pulse.
Fitzgerald just went right into it. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. I had to share that with y'all. But and by the way, man, and I want people to relax because I got to get this out because in case ain't nobody say it. That man had about I forgot about 8 drops last night or the other night. 8 drops from a professional football team. That means I'm a wide receiver. My job is to catch the ball. And the man put the ball right here in their hands. And they had 8 drops. And I added up for at least 185 yards and 3 touchdowns. Nelson Aguilar was wide open. I see why Dallas get rid of his side himself. Look, y'all. If my job is to throw it, then your job is to catch it. Your job is to catch the ball. You got to catch the ball. 8 drops by professionals. But they'll be fine. Everybody relax. Still a very good team. But Dave essentially gave away 2 games, man. And they have to hope that doesn't come back and bite them. And I just wanted to share that. The bar is playing great to me. But this Chet Holmgren and Wimbenyana thing gonna get this Chet Holmgren and this thing is gonna get interesting to me. I love Wimbenyana. Y'all already know how I feel about Wimby. Huh? Victor Wimbenyana. Y'all know how I feel about him. But Chet cold too. See, I know how y'all, some people want to put the other down. Chet cold too, though. Y'all, him and Chet went at it last night in Wemby's first NBA preseason game. Chet scored 1 more point than Wemby did. He had a better statistically. I think he got a few more rebounds than he did. But I got a question. Who gonna turn out to be, to y'all, who gonna be the better player? Talk to me. Just you knowing the league and you watching the league. See, what I'm banking on, who's coaching the team with Chet? Who's Chet them coach? Who's the coach of Chet? Who's the coach of Oklahoma City? See, Wemby got the advantage of having Pop. Who is the coach for the other team? Who is the coach for OKC? I don't even know who the coach is. Somebody figured Chet been in the weight room? Absolutely. Chet got skills? Yes. Wemby got skills too. Both of these guys can play. Did y'all see the spin move? What's up, Gory Allen? I guess I got to find it myself again, guys. Who is the coach for the OKC? Anybody got it? No, nobody got it. Okay. See there? There we go. That's why I don't know his damn name. Hold on one time. Hold up, y'all. I don't be wanting y'all to hear me sneeze. Thank you, man. This allergies. Oh my God! Have y'all seen the allergy and the count? Oh, it's terrible. Mark man. So women, for people who don't understand professional sports, let me help you. Coaching matters. Who is your coach? Who is your organization around you matters. And the reason I say this, because I sit here and let people just let him go, get away with it, and keep getting away with it. They're always talking about, see, I don't know what's wrong with me today. But my hold on. But I see everybody bragging about Sam Presti over the years. But what have he won? What have he won? What if Sam Presti? You know, he was the golden boy. He didn't. What have he won? You come out of Sam Presti's up under his tree, you get a job anywhere. What have he done? What have he won? Y'all always talking about the players when they ain't won nothing. What have Sam Presti done? This the dude that lost. This the dude that lost Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Serge Ibaka, all of these ways, Steven Adams. What have he won? Who has he developed? Who has? See, I know I'm going above y'all because y'all don't think about stuff like this, but I do, because I hear all the accolades being thrown at Sam Presti and all these other guys. Then he got this guy, Matt, whoever. But Wembanyama gonna be in the same system that David Robinson, a top 50 player, Tim Duncan, a top 50 player, has been in. Y'all follow me? That's, I hope neither one of them get injured. But I just think Wemby got a leg up because it matters who you're coaching. Who's your coach? It matters. Matters what organization you go to. Wembanyama is getting knowledge and intel from Pop on and off the court. Great combination. And Tim Duncan is around the staff. And David Robinson is around. What I feel makes a good GM, that's a good one. All of them are good. You mean great? All of them, you got to be good because it ain't but 30 of them in the whole world. So you have to be good. I didn't say he wasn't good. See, I want you to hear my words carefully. I'm just saying, what have he done? Accumulate a lot of draft picks? Now, if you think that was make a good GM, but ain't you trying to win the championship? That's how Red Auerbach is known. That's how Pat Riley is known. That's how all these guys. Let me tell you something. Since Sam Presti been in there, Rob Pelinka even the one. Who's the GM for these other? A lot of GMs done won outside of him, but they always have him as the, like the boy wonder, Terrence Foley. You follow Aaron? I can't say what makes a good GM because I don't own a team, because I wouldn't hire one. But they trying to put this guy like he's great. Don't you have to, Aaron, you have to, Masai Ujiri, he had to win. Who won championship last year? I promise you, I'm blank. I don't even know who won championship. Oh, Denver. Calvin Booth. Yeah, I think what makes a good GM is winning first, getting players in second, and helping the team make money. Now, that ain't the GM's job, Aaron. They ain't his job to make money. That ain't his job. That ain't his job. That's the owner's job. And the finance department and the marketing department, that's their job to make money. That ain't the GM's job. That's not their job. Not to make money. That ain't their job. That's a hell of a. Y'all see Shaq say he wants to be sole owner of an NBA franchise. He better get his money up. All you gotta do is go back and see what the last team. They paid $3 billion to Michael, and he got out. Why didn't he buy the team for Michael? Marcus Carroll. I haven't seen that. I think LeBron gonna get that team though, Doc. I think LeBron gonna get that team. He is great at drafting talent. Okay. But if you're drafting talent that don't equate to wins, what's the use, Kevin Lewis? You're drafting talent to give to somebody else so they can win a championship. So that's what you have. Look at what you're saying now. He's been able to a great deal of time assets that could build a. He's been there, man, since 2014, player. I think 2014. So he's been accumulating, and it's 2023. So he's been accumulating great talent and assets that could bring a potential championship roster. I don't think they be able to win because KJ is a desirable landing spot for free agents. Milwaukee wasn't a desirable landing spot for free agents. Let me help y'all out, Kevin Lewis. The process. Brian Colangelo drafted an Embiid and all of them folks. Accumulated talent. Accumulating talent. Okay. So Ben Simmons can go somewhere. I hope y'all hear me. Accumulating talent. So you're just going to keep accumulating talent. It don't make you great. Let's just say you know how to accumulate talent. But you got to be able to win, bro. But I'm going to take a quick break. Keep talking about this. It's kind of good. It's kind of good. It's kind of good. It's kind of good. It's kind of good.
And tequilas. So there's cigars that go with every drink.
His job of being an aficionado is equivalent to being a sommelier, a wine expert. And so a lot of people come over here and they order food from next door, which is we're a Cajun Creole restaurant, and he'll match up a stick with it. We're just providing a place for people to come and socialize in a rich environment. And we're in a growing area, and we think it's time for this area to have something like this.
Man said that basketball game. So you think, hold up. That man said that basketball game was so good. Them people scored 80-something in a preseason game. Them people scored, one team scored 80-something, and this team had 70-something in the first half. Is that the game you're talking about? That's the game you're talking about? Because y'all, I'm glad y'all know what is good to make, what's a good GM. That's good though. Glad to see y'all. But I think he says a great GM wins. That's what y'all said about the player. He ain't great unless he done run a ring. He can accumulate all the points and all the assets he want to, but he ain't won no ring. He ain't great. That what y'all say about the players. Y'all funny to me. The GM, all we got to do is accumulate players. No, you got to accumulate the right players. Then you got to treat them right when you get there. You can't go and you got to treat them right. So y'all got to understand, you can get them, but you don't treat them right. If they don't like you, they ready to go somewhere else. GMs got to treat people right. Let me get to this game. Let me get to this game. Them folks had San Antonio had 80 some points in the first half. Y'all hear me? Let me put my glasses on. They scored 43 in the first quarter, 38 in the second quarter. Third quarter, they were terrible. I don't know what happened at halftime. 43 in the first quarter, 38 in the second quarter. OKC had 30 in the first quarter and 44 in the second quarter. Then both of them fizzled out in the end. But man, I love that those coaches allowed those players to get out there and play against each other. And Rockets regime started tonight. They play, I think, Indiana. George Walker is back in town. I think he received his ring, his Sweet 16 ring from Coach Sampson. Damn, you get a ring for every damn thing, don't you? Sweet 16 ring. I guess you get a Final Four, Sweet 16 and a Final Four ring. I don't know. But I saw this and I wanted to share because I always try to have the show. I always try to talk about Coach Prime a lot because I know people don't want me to talk about him, so I'm going to talk about it. But one of his biggest doubters is now a believer. On September 2022, Arizona fired Herm Edwards and began searching for a new head coach. September 2022. Despite interest from Dion, Arizona State, the team that they beat this week, wouldn't even interview him. ASU president Michael Crow. Hold on. Y'all got to hear this. Y'all got to hear this. I got to give y'all something, man. Instead of just surface stuff all the time. I got to give y'all something. I got to give you something you can feel. ASU president Michael Crow said no interest. Dion seems to be in just the early age of learning how to be a coach. This is September 2022. After Colorado went to Tempe, Arizona, and beat the Sun Devils on Saturday, Crow's tone was much more different. Deion Sanders has brought creativity and a new perspective to the enterprise. Anytime you can bring creativity to something is good. It's Michael Crow, the president. ASU even credited Coach Prime for their sellout game. They ain't never sold out a Colorado game. He said he'd been there to 2014, ain't never sold. AD Ray Anderson, I think he's a brother. He said the truth is that the sellout is driven by the fact that it's Deion Sanders in Colorado coming here, and people want to see it. These the people that told him, wouldn't even give him an interview. I understand you're not hiring him for the job. I want y'all to hear some. Didn't give him an interview. Got something for you. Got something for you. The Deion effect is helping the entire sport of college football, the guy said. See, when you heard of a school crediting, let me tell you something. When have you heard of a school crediting the opposing coach for being the reason they sold out the game? For reference, the Colorado ASU game in Tempe has never been sold out. Kevin Frazier, you remember that I talked about it on the show. Kevin Frazier don't forget nothing. Kevin Frazier said the same two that fired Herm Edwards on the field. You remember I highlighted it on the show? I never forget that. They fired him right there. Hey, Herm, come here, Herm. Clean your. I ain't going there. When have you ever heard it, Frazier? See, I understand that Coach Prime's impact on and off the field has been unprecedented. I know it. That's why I've been talking about it. CFU football hit 1 million followers on IG. Only 2 schools have more. Only 2 have more. Who you think those 2 schools are? Freight finna get the Googling his ass off over there, boy. His fingers going already right now. Only 2. Only 2. I'm gonna give y'all a chance. I'm gonna give y'all a second. I'm gonna give y'all some. Bama is 1. Absolutely. What's the other one? Nope. LSU's not 1. Keep going. What's up, Jeremy? Ohio State. Kirk Dorsey. Ohio State and Alabama. Absolutely. Hell no, ain't no A&M. No, not Notre Dame. Can y'all imagine that, man? Now, these schools been winning for thousands of years. LSU. Colorado, Buffalo. Somebody find out, because I didn't go look. Somebody find out what was their follow account last year. I wonder. No, not Texas. Not Texas. That man said Herm was terrible. Herm wasn't terrible. No, Herm wasn't terrible. Shit, this dude here losing just like Herm. What is you talking about? See, this is my problem right here. This guy right here is 1-5. Y'all love to shoot down black folks. This is a white guy representing the team right. He 1-5. King Sticks. What you guys say about that? Herb White. I know you made a typo. Herm was terrible. This dude. Oh, you gonna wait till the end of the year to call this guy terrible? Okay. All right. Okay. I'm just. No, Texas ain't it. Texas ain't. I got a question, y'all. I saw something last night. Man, the Lakers is pretty damn good. I hate to say this. I can't believe it's coming out of my mouth. They're going to be pretty damn good. Yeah, pretty damn good. Cedric. Who else on there? Arnetta, you probably don't know this kid because he really ain't that. He really is not he's in the NBA, so he got to be something decent, but he's not a household name. But this young kid named Kai Jones, who been going crazy over. Now I really think it's time to intercede for him. He tweeted, "I officially request to be traded. If you know anything about the new rules, anytime you say that, it's $150,000. Fine. He make $2 million a year, really half of that because after taxes, he's in the 40% tax bracket. Got to pay his agent. He can't be afforded to give nobody $150,000. Then he put goat. Then I think he put goat time behind it. And then Terrence Ross proceeded to say to him, "What's up, Jim?" Terrence Ross tweeted him and said, "Hey man, what you mean by goat time? Oh, I'm the goat." You know, the player asked, "What you mean by goat time?" He said, "I'm the goat." We got to intercede. I don't know. Is this the Kai Jones? It's the same kid that played at Texas. Anybody played at Texas? Anybody know this young kid? Y'all need to get to this kid, man.
That's the one that was acting crazy on the video.
Yeah, but Jimmy, he come out today. Now it's gonna cost him some money. They done already suspended him. He don't make but $2 million a year, Jimmy. But Jimmy,
that's gross.
No. So in the 39% tax, 39. So take 40% out of that, then the agent fee out of that, then whatever. He ain't in a position to be getting fined $150,000 every time he say something ignorant. Because they going to take the 150. They want the whole 150. They ain't worried about your gross and your... They want it out your ass, out your behind. So, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. So, because we got some new people. I didn't mean to say that. But I was thinking about it, Jimmy. Yeah, man. Somebody need to reach out to that kid. And Jimmy, and from what me thinking about him and watching him lately, that's why I hadn't been saying nothing about him. Jimmy, this boy been like this for a while. We talking about Kai Jones, a young man that went to University of Texas. And I hope one of y'all alumni are reaching out to him or somebody if he can be helped. You know, some people can't be helped, Jimmy. You can't say the world. You can't help everybody, but it troubled me. He said, "I officially request to be traded." They just told you last week, you can't do that no more. Adam Silver said, anybody do that is $150,000 for you and the agent. So, like I say, y'all, we just got to pray for young Cal. Jimmy, don't you think he ain't had no AAU coach? Don't you think he ain't had nobody arguing over him and that's my guy? Jimmy, don't you think he ain't had no that's my guys?
Oh, you know what they say then? Man, I can't control him, man. He a grown man, man. He do his own person. Now all of a sudden you can't, man, he do what he want to do, man. I try to tell him, that's all that come in then. And
yeah, but that's my guys. So when he doing good, that's my guy.
Yeah.
When he doing bad, they say what?
They don't, they don't call, they don't say what's up, they don't reach out, they don't, and that's when the influence. If you're influencing,
and Jimmy, you remember I told you that, Jimmy. Some of these players be riding his hair. I told you didn't. I don't think you got what I said. Some of these players, boy, they riding his hair now. When you talk about, I'm just telling you ones I've encountered. You might have hadn't encountered. All of the players you've encountered have been just a blessing. Shh. Some of these players ain't no good, man. They forget about where they came from, forget about their home state, forget about they forget about their whole family. So I don't really want to go too far there, but he's a grown man, but he's still a young man, Johnny. That's why I would never. He's still a young man. My son a grown man, but he gonna always be my son to me. They brain ain't, they ain't fun. You can see he's not functioning properly. But everybody's so quick he's a grown man. No. Where's our compassion? Where? He a grown man. He do it now, man. He a grown man and jump in a big old tall ass dude go crazy and jump in your car and carjack your car. I mean, or come to bombshells and while you sitting in bombshells and get to shooting the damn place up. But yeah, he's a grown man. On East Tex Freeway, where the hell is East Tex Freeway? Wherever that is.
No, that's East Freeway. East
Freeway. Well, that's what they said. That's what they said.
East. That's I-10. They call East Freeway I-10. You know,
okay.
Like our North Shore they call the East Side. So that's East.
Okay, whatever. That's what they said. I'm just going by what they said. But he grown. Man, them kids, let me tell y'all something, man. Some of them kids like that been babied. Have y'all seen it? Johnny Arnett, I want you to go to a summer basketball game and watch how these kids be coddled. Watch how these kids be. They be coddled. They don't have time to grow up. Because everybody kissing their ass, especially if they're good like God. Come on, Jim.
Man. He won't be the first, and he won't
No, he ain't the first.
To talk
but Jimmy, it's playing out, Jimmy. It's playing out. I ain't seen too many players do it like this, Jimmy. Excuse me, not basketball players. Now, football players, Chandler Jones, I promise you, when I heard him on the TV talk about my teammate Aaron Hernandez, I think the coach had him killed. Chandler Jones, you ain't seen that, Jimmy? I didn't want to play it on the show. Jimmy, the next day, I promise you, I text everybody I knew from the Arizona Cardinals. Man, y'all need to get to this dude right now because I saw it in his eyes. Jimmy, the next day, he broke in his girlfriend's house, took all her clothes, came back over his house, and put it online, burned up all her clothes on live. Unbelievable. I called everybody for the Cardinals. I said, man, get to this dude right. Jimmy, Aaron Gonzalez. I'm not, what's his name? Aaron Gonzalez. The guy who got killed from your boys, Doug. Hernandez. What's his name?
Aaron
Hernandez. Yeah. He told me, well, the coach had him killed. Talk about his coach, Josh. Somebody had him killed. Jimmy. These people messed up, man. Oh, shout out to Coach Jacobin Brown. He was able to get out. And hey, that's a nice place to play basketball. Jimmy, you don't need no Rosetta Stone over there. Israel, they take care of them dudes. Like, oh, yes. Boy, I can't believe Jacobin Brown over there. I know he didn't want to leave, but get the hell out of there. Them folks crazy as hell over there right now. But, yeah, get the hell out of there. Hatter, that tell me. No, that man, let me tell you something. Chandler Jones, man. Jimmy, I knew something was wrong with him. Jimmy, Google him when you get off the show. Google Chandler Jones. You're going to see him the first day. You're going to say, I looked in his eyes. I said, he's going off. Something's about to happen. And the next day, he get arrested for burning all that damn girl clothes up. On live. Jimmy said, oh, Jimmy, what are you going to do in the courtroom? Your Honor, them weren't her clothes on live. Them was some fake. I don't know what he going to say. You better go buy some new ones. But,
hey, what's the wide receiver? Your homeboy. He's played for Pittsburgh. And then
oh, you know he go. Yeah, have you been listening to his tweets?
What's his name?
Antonio Brown. You been listening
Hey,
to his
man,
tweets?
Antonio Brown raised the bar and has set the stage for idiocracy to just max itself out among a lot of these football guys and these pro athletes. I mean, you just think about it. The waters were kind of calm before him, and it was kind of entertaining. He was like reality TV. People was watching his every other move as though it really was reality TV because now it's become known that most reality TV that you've grown to know over the last decade has been very scripted. And, like, why could you have not have believed that from the get go? But this dude, Antonio Brown, now you have these different guys trying to one up him. And what is
Jimmy, the
doing,
man went live and told it on himself. The man went live and got arrested, man. That's John Morant. Went live and got your money took. Jimmy, we live now. But it's hard for me to go live, man. Anything can happen live, man.
I guess,
jail now.
I guess mental health does have a play. I guess,
Jimmy.
I'm from that old school, so I have for most of my life possessed certain views toward mental health. But then, I understand it's kind of like certain people's religion. I understand your dedication towards it, and I'm going to respect it. And that's kind of like the mental health part, because a lot of these stuff we laugh at these people, and we've never been in that state, so to speak.
But some people been in that state, Jimmy, and don't realize they be in that state.
Yeah,
they doing other stuff that's kind of weird. And
like what?
It's just a lot of stuff, man. That man talking about psych on site.
Psych on site. Yeah,
that man was before his damn time. That man,
they need some therapy.
That man was before his time. Oh, Troy.
He said, "The hell with this. I'm going to Africa." He moved to Africa.
Who?
Psych on site. I ain't gonna say.
No, he didn't.
He parlayed his residency. Was trying to go and get some. You know how you try to go over there and get you some residency. He went over there a couple of times. You know how it is. You go over there a couple of times.
Man, I just talked to that man. Man, he talking about no damn Africa.
Well, he probably didn't understand something. That was during the COVID. And yeah, that was during the COVID. Well, then last year, he was like, "Man, I'm gonna
you couldn't travel doing. Ain't no telling what he'll tell people.
But yeah, man, and I see. But we got man, so much, of course, man, basketball. Those were live games. I mean, preseason is up on us already. And these NBA guys are playing all the way into third quarter, fourth quarter.
That's how you get in shape, Jim. You got to remember, it's no real training camp.
They out there. I'm like, okay.
I got a question. Do you remember how long training camp used to be? Probably don't remember.
Let's be like 2 weeks.
30 days. 30 days.
Oh, they can't do it no more.
30 days. Jimmy, that's how they getting in shape now. Getting in game shape to play in these games. These guys, they've been working out and going around cones. But now, LeBron James played. Anthony Davis played.
Yeah, man, these dudes playing. He was playing,
Trey Phillips said a whole month. You right. It's a whole damn month. See, that's when you go off, man. That's when they go off into a whole nother place. I mean, it's just different now. It's a lot different. But these guys used to see. You don't have to play yourself in shape. You was already in shape. But when this game started, 30 days in Galveston for the Rockets. You're absolutely right, boy. You're absolutely right. I spent a few weeks out there, but going to mess with Vern out there. So yeah, it's 30 days. But that Wemby and that Chet, I remember you said they're gonna try to pit them against each other.
Yeah.
I think opening night, I think they play against each other real time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
My projection was that Chet is going to get MVP. I mean, Rookie of the Year.
And my projection is not. He's not.
And
I
of course,
think Wemby.
and the reason is, of course, winning games is supposed to matter, but they've already showed in the past that they have given certain accolades to guys and their teams that not win as much. But to me, winning is normally the tiebreaker when it comes to stuff. Chet is a year mentally, even though don't get it twisted. Big felt the big Frenchman, French fry.
Been a
He's a
pro
pro.
for a long time.
He's a pro, kind of like Tony Parker when he came into the league. So don't discount that. When we heard the name Tony Parker, even though we're talking about two different positions, we're talking about two NBA players though from the same country. When he came over here,
Hall of Famer.
he came over his thing and took and gave guys the business on the routine level when he's with the Spurs and he got on the court. It's going to be intriguing to see how these two guys, the competitiveness that goes along with these guys going into this season. Chet and
they was going at it, Jimmy. Hold on. I think I got one move. I got to show this one. You see, the NBA, they be pissing me off. They don't want you messing with their stuff no more. So I try not to play their stuff then. If you don't want me messing with it, watch this spin move. This dude's 7 foot. What? 7 foot? What? 5, 6, 4, 5. What is it? Watch this. Watch this. Watch
up
this.
there.
Just watch this, y'all. It's going to. You know, I just, I tell you, he remind me of Ralph, man. I promise you, man. He just remind me of Ralph. When the man spent on this man and he saw Chet, he had the wherewithal to say, I see you, Chet. I think you know you're a shot blocker. I'm going to show it to you and go up under your ass and kiss you with the other hand. This last night, y'all. Jimmy, did you realize they had 80 points? Wait a minute. Did you see how much points they had in the first half?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Some around there, 70. One of them had 70.
And one of them had 80. Yeah. Unbelievable, man. This NBA, y'all.
As far as the Lions were
relatively same.
Wemby, 19 minutes, 8 for 13 from the field. He finished with 20 points, 5 rebounds, 1 block, 2 steals, 4 turnovers.
How many minutes Wemby played?
I just said 19.
I couldn't hear you. Okay.
Chet played 16 minutes, 7 for 10 from the field. He had 21 points,
8 rebounds,
9 rebounds.
9. Okay.
1 block as well.
Yeah.
And of course, so they both played pretty much almost half the game in this particular.
Will you please mention Jabari Rice with his 6 point 6 points? Alpha Yo, quit being so. Good God, you go find Kai Jones. That's what you need to do. That's what I need you to do. Now keep going.
Jabari Rice. We'll give Jabari Rice. I was just writing about him this morning in the VIP news on rcssports.com. Jabari Rice, also Taz Sherman, and recent TSU grad John Walker. They all were part of the Thurgood Marshall team back in 2016/17 that went to the state championship game in the 5A classification. Well, Thurgood Marshall won the Super 16 this past weekend. That's what made me, think about Jabari Rice, because it was funny because coming out of high school, Jabari and Taz, the two guards, they weren't as heralded. But then when you get on the stage like the state tournament, then you can see some things about guys, or you can pay attention to people that you might have seen several times, but didn't really pay attention to them. And that's when a lot of people's like, man, them dudes balling. Then years later, people see Todd Sherman at West Virginia leading them in a couple of categories as a star, and then Sir Jabari Rice coming. If they would have had, and I think one of the NCAA should consider adding a 6-man of the year award in college basketball, because just another award. Hell, they got the money and like they don't have it. So give anoint
Jimmy, just
somebody.
play basketball. We got enough damn awards. Ain't we got enough? We got enough awards. Just be the MVP. There's just too many awards out here, man. Just for me, it's too many awards. Too many awards.
Since they fight name, image, likeness, they can get an award and make a $20,000.
It ain't about the money. I'm saying it's too many awards. You give an award for everything. You give an award for best dress. Give an award for the best braids. Give an award for they just too many awards for me. They give them enough, Jimmy. They acknowledge there's a Bob Cousy Award. It's every award in college. So you want to add another one?
A 6-man.
No.
6-man. 6-man, that would be good for the game. And of course, Jabari Rice plays with the San Antonio Spurs. Now, here's the thing, guys.
Yeah, award for tattoos. That's a good one.
I'm just curious to see the international professional basketball market. What is about to happen to it as a result of the ongoing war that's taking place right now in the Middle East, and that's going to be a question.
It's not It's not as a big award over in Russia.
Yeah,
in Ukraine.
But different people have allies, and so some people sometimes, if you play, that's what I'm pointing. Like every country has allies, and that means you can smell. You have to make a decision. Do you stay? Or you get the hell up out of there.
I'm gonna stay out of that one because I can really tell you, I'm gonna stay out of that one. I'd rather stay out of this conversation.
And I'm looking at
But I did want to share with people. I want people to pay attention. This the first year since the season is about to start. As soon as the season started in 13 days. But very soon after that, it's going to tip off on that Friday, November the 3rd. They're going to have the in-season tournament tip off. And it will come on November 3rd, it's going to start. And it's going to culminate with a championship on December the 9th. The semifinals will be December the 7th, and the championship would take place at T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. But it's so unique thing. It's such a unique thing. They're not adding games. Okay? That Friday night game between whoever, that's going to count as one of those games. That Tuesday night game, that's how in other words, it's not going to add extra games. People talk about extra games. They're not going to add all 30 teams will be randomly drawn, I think, in the groups of 5. I think they've already did that already within their conference based on won-loss records from last year. 2022-23 season. Beginning November the 3rd and continue, like I said, through November the 28th. Each team will play 4 designed group play games on tournament nights. So you're going to hear the people on those particular nights, when you're watching those Friday night or those Tuesday night games, they're going to be talking about it and they're going to be calling it tournament night. So you can be aware of what's going to happen. And they're going to have the knockout rounds and then the combination. So it's just going to be an in-season tournament. It's going to be, in other words, it's going to be a tournament in the beginning of the season. So just wrap your hand around it, in case you forgot about it, because it's going to come up on us real, real soon. All right? I just want to let people know that.
Yeah, and we promised you guys on yesterday we'd continue the conversation about the Super 16 extravaganza. Mm-hmm. Am I froze? Dang.
Yeah, you froze a little bit. Yeah, you froze for some reason.
Oh, man.
No, you back. You back.
We're back. All right. And, of course, in case you missed it, we froze up for a second. Continuation from yesterday's Super 16 extravaganza. That's the fall high school championships that took place this past weekend in Houston. Great ambiance. If you missed it, all the games were streamed live via Baller TV. That means you can actually go back and watch games that you didn't see. So, a lot of players that you might have hear us talk about have heard us or read different things about on social media. It's you can, if you have an Baller TV account, go back and check them out. We have today. First, I wanted to I guess top it off by congratulating Thurgood Marshall High School again. Can't say I'm definitely proud. I can say I'm definitely proud of those young guys for getting it out of the mud. And you know, you got to realize how remarkable that sounds to lose two games by 58 combined points, right? You lose two games by 58 combined points on Saturday morning, and somehow you're able to turn that around in your third game. You win by like 20, and then you just took it from there. They came back the next day and won three more games on that Sunday. Um, we mentioned the young man Chris Catchings on yesterday. Shout out to his pops for enlightening and educating us on the college situation for the young man. I hope that he's able to get up in there and double check and take some of the advice. And I mentioned one school to check it in. You want to check with all those schools and make sure that that the offers are still on the table, that are still valid. And you'd be surprised, man. I'm telling you guys. And it becomes embarrassing because you go through all of the studies and you can check out these schools and you think you got one or two in the hole, and that school done messed around and they done went in another direction. And there's no obligation for them to come and inform you that they are no longer offering your son a scholarship. Well, offering your son a scholarship is like offering you a scholarship because they're saving you potentially thousands upon thousands of dollars. But this kid, Chris Catchings, his body, he's grown. If I'm not mistaken, didn't he start off at Hightower? If I'm not mistaken, that's where he started off at. And that was another one of the schools from yesterday that I did invite. In case you wondered, I actually invited Hightower as well to the Super 16, and Coach Woods opted, uh, you know, to not participate. That's okay. It's fine. But in case some of you guys are wondering, I'm gonna call it like I see it and let you guys know if I invited a certain team and they didn't come. Good Vision Academy. By the time we had filled this thing up, Good Vision had not received 3 transfers from PSAT, and so and then so at that time it was I had already agreed for PSAT, which they showed up, and we got to see a few things about them and about their potential program, uh, uh, and and we'll see how it goes into the season. But a few players out of that, just going through the list, I guess I go backwards from the championship on, and all of the line scores can be viewed right now on the front of the website of rcssports.com. You need no monetary subscription. You simply must uh, be a follower of RCS Sports on social media, on X or Twitter. That's all it takes to view that article. It'll tell you need a daily news subscription. That is a free subscription, but it basically if you don't follow us, you don't need to be reading our stuff then. That's the way I set it up for that free content. So shout out to Doug Jones for comprising these line scores, what they're called. And in the semifinal, Ian Lowe from Thurgood Marshall. I give Ian Lowe credit. Ian Lowe, every time we see him out, it seems like he's growing another little inch or so. And it's hard. Little brothers are always going to be compared to the big brother, which is Jalen Lowe had a great high school career at Thurgood Marshall, as he's a freshman at Pitt right now. But this kid Ian, he's spunky, he's tough, and he sees that floor so doggone well. He's an extension of the coach. And one thing about it, look, Ian, one thing about him, like right now, the measuring stick for toughness for today's high school players in Greater Houston, I think the benchmark right now would be Mike Collins from Shadow Creek. Meaning that if there's a kid that's tough in your mind or your subconscious, you're thinking, is he tougher than people might ask you, is he tougher than Mike Collins? Because that's a tough job. So Ian Lowe is a really tough little joker on that court. Plays really cerebral. He's on that floor diving after loose balls. He's calming guys down that make boneheaded plays. He's telling guys they're all right. It's positive communication. Certain guys I see on the court, his teammate throw the ball away, their body language just horrible. And so what happens is I can tell that if a parent is watching and they see that another kid body language is just foul towards their baby, it's going to be hard for that parent to internally root for that other kid because they want it just it spews like that. So I watched this young fella and I'm proud to see him grow on the court to be able to lead. And remember now, Ian Lowe played on this 16 under team with that was coached by what's the former Houston Rocket how they coached that team with Takeover. He played for the Rockets a few years back. You guys help me. You know what I'm talking about. You guys, no, say another one. He coached for the Rockets. I mean, played for the Rockets a few years back, and it's gonna come on the screen. We have a delay as we're talking. And Chuck Hayes. There you go. Thank you, man. Chuck Hayes coached this team, and they were one of the better 16 and under teams in the area this past summer. They beat one of the sneaker teams, I think, in my spring icebreaker last year. Chuck Hayes, which now, of course, has been rewarded with a promotion, with a new job. That is not a promotion. He's with the Golden State Warriors, right? And in the front office. Is that Chuck Hayes over there? Right?
I don't know where. I thought he went to Phoenix. I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought he went to Phoenix.
When he went to Rockets last season?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going with the Warriors. He's up in the front office. And so I like the third Booker T. Washington. I like Otis Carter. He's gotten better. He's gotten really better. He's composed. Otis Carter played good basketball for the most part this entire weekend. Booker T. Washington, I was wondering how was Otis Carter going to, come into this. And they're getting the big fella the ball a little bit more. And that's Chris McDermott. I just need a little. Booker T. Washington need a little bit more from Samuel Johnson. I seen a play or two that Sam made. I saw a 3-point play, I think, in the semis or something from Sam. And I'm watching. I'm like, okay, Sam, that could be Sam. On a consistent basis. This team is relatively unstoppable. Somehow, Sam Johnson is his improvement is going to be key, essential for Booker T. Washington High School. Them losing to Thurgood Marshall is not a bad thing. Thurgood Marshall rolled. In case you missed it, they not only beat Booker T in the championship, but they also beat Summer Creek in the semis, right? They also beat C. King in the quarters, right? So this team, and they beat Elkins in the first in the round before that. And one thing about it, man, is these guys, man, congratulations to them. And they're in the 5A classification. So now is no doubt who our 5A favorite is out of now. Because it was one thing, because 5A is kind of Thurgood Marshall is the measuring stick now. I'm interested to see how Port Arthur Memorial is going to go through this season once football season is over with, which I don't think they have many on that team. But I'm sure that Coach Courtney is going to inherit something from that line from Thurgood Marshall's football team. I'm sure he's going to inherit something. It's too much talent over there. Too many athletes. World-class track team. I mean, when they call it in the high school level. Also, guys we didn't talk about yesterday that I noticed and I like. We'll just stay in the. I like Bryson Wheatfall from Summer Creek. That Summer Creek Atascocita game. Howard, was you still there when they played each other? Whew, man. You talking about two schools that really, really don't like each other on the court.
Oh, yes, I was there, but they was playing at the same time. They played on the small court.
I know you heard them over there, didn't you?
Yeah, I heard them over there. I ain't going to tell you what I heard over there, but keep going.
and the one thing about it, they pretty much left it on the court. And it's almost now like whatever date they play on, somebody can look it up. I know Kevin Freeman, he works in that district. What is the first district game between Atascocita and Summer Creek, and where is it going to be held? Because that game, hell, they sell out the game every time. You know, that's one of the few games when they walk in the door, no matter which place they play at, they are segregated.
Yeah, you have to go on one side. Yeah.
Up on entry. It ain't even no up on
Yeah, you got
entry.
what side? Yeah, I saw that. When I went out there one time, I said, man, I don't like this.
Well, you got to realize now.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why they do it. I'm a grown ass man. That's what I'm talking about. But then some of them parents crazy too. So he right.
Hell, it just got a kid just got killed on the campus of Tassacita just a year ago.
Yeah,
They've had a couple of shootings out
going
there.
to their game.
Yeah, I mean, don't get it twisted now. It's some good pistol play out there. So they can't take no chances.
Ain't that 59 East?
No, that's east. That's deep east right there. That's they call East Harris County.
Yeah, I mess with you.
Northeast Harris County. They were probably, but these teams right here, man, great energy from them. David Martinez from Atascocita, he was not present this past weekend, but you know, and you gotta realize Summer Creek, they made it to Helen. That's nothing. Summer Creek made it to the semifinals, and was without Cameron Patterson. They were without Cam Patterson. And you
what
say,
happened to him?
Who? He on Friday night, their first game, he tweaked his ankle or something. Or I saw him with ice on his foot. So Cam Patterson is committed to San Jose State. So he's a Division I player, or prospect definitely, and he's who's signed committed right now to San Jose State. He did not play after that first game. Then, of course, the projected starting point guard, who's the coach's son, Josh Coleman, he's going to be out at least until mid-season, at least, with a broken arm. So, once again, the reason I mention these injuries is because the Super 16, whatever place you came in, that does not mean in the pecking order that's what you need supposed to be ranked in the area. This event yields an opportunity for many people to derive, I guess, a healthy assessment of what each team is capable of doing as expectations of certain team as they roll through the high school season. So once again, just because a team get upset, a team didn't lose, you go look at Beaumont Westbrook. We said we're going to talk about that today. Beaumont Westbrook, Elijah Garrett came out, had a 30 ball in his first game. He's a sophomore, and he came and he played well. I liked his leadership. I liked how the guys communicate with him. I'm watching, when you're paying attention, that means you're hearing things that you normally just phase out. Elijah Garrett is going to be great for Coach Butte and this Beaumont Westbrook team. However, this Beaumont Westbrook team, remember, they made it as about as far as you can expect them to go. And I think that was the round before, the round of 16. And they were without Ashton Simmons the entire weekend. Ashton Simmons is currently right now, he's currently ranked number 5 in all of Greater Houston of amongst the 12th graders. He's the young man that he has an official visit set up this week for TCU. DePaul is another school is supposed to be setting up an official visit for him. Those are just two that I know of. Now, once we start saying that, and we just said it on the Chop Shop, here's what's about to happen. It's gonna be somebody that's watching right now gonna try to scrap in. Hold on, wait a minute. You mean he's going on an official visit to DePaul and to TCU this late in the game? Hold on. Let's check on this. See if we can get up in there. That's normally how some schools are. You didn't do your homework, so now you watch this young man at the EYBL. He's the only guard this year in the EYBL to produce a triple-double. And that's Ashton Simmons. Now, Ashton Simmons wasn't there. Here's the thing. You're in the 12th grade. And I hinted to this yesterday. Not playing is one thing. Not supporting your buddies just to come down. It was his birthday weekend. I get it. And, birthday was Friday, and you're coming out of a situation where possibly, where you was ready to commit to another school, and they had went in a different direction. Took an official visit to another school, was ready to possibly commit to them, and they decided to go in a different direction. And so that could probably have been, he might have been in a state where, man, I don't even want to see no basketball right now. I just need to enjoy my birthday weekend, my last birthday that I'm going to spend at home for at least the next 3 to 4 years. And that might be the thing. And guess what? Coach Butte knew that the young man wasn't going to play, so he didn't abandon him. But I know that my team was winning. I would at least throw a social media shout out to him. Hey, man, guys, keep it up. Represent for me. All of your birthday party at a party was on Saturday night. Come on down and rock with your teammates. Be their coach. Help them on the bench. High five them. Let them know you're there. Because at some point in time this season, you're going to need them. The ambiance of it, trust me, Ashton Simmons, you could do whatever you want during your birthday. I'm just talking about when it comes to building that camaraderie. Some people, I'm saying what you got to do, get with your team, let them know, hey, man, apologize, guys. I understand. Y'all down there, y'all know I wasn't coming. Y'all know it's my birthday. I'm still rocking with y'all. We good. Let's all go to the movies tomorrow or something. Or the night. I think it's $5 that movie day on Tuesdays any damn way. But then that way now the teammates can hear you reassure them that you with them. You ain't went Hollywood on them. And then otherwise, I'm telling you, it'll be a time in the season you'll wonder what happened, and it'll be something that stems from somebody, feeling some kind of way of thinking that you abandoned them. He didn't abandon you guys, Marshall. He's going through some stuff. And if you, like I just mentioned earlier, if you're going, different kids, they go through different stuff different ways. Some people use basketball as a refuge when they're going through stuff. And some people just don't want to come in the gym. They don't feel like you guys asking them, well, what the hell happened to this school? What the hell happened to Utah? Some guys don't want to fit. So that's what he stayed at home. So I just wanted to get that out there. And make sure, have you shared the show yet? We need you guys to share the show if you hadn't done so. Thanks, Jimica Hyder. That first game, Heather, a test seat in Summer Creek, is at Summer Creek, January the 12th, 7 p.m. at Summer Creek.
They don't divide you at Summer Creek, though, do they?
Yes, they do too.
Oh, they divide you there too? Oh.
That's
that whole district?
Huh?
Is it that whole district? They divide each other?
No.
Just them two teams.
Them two for sure. You the Hatfields and the McCoys.
Okay.
And a lot of those kids, you gotta realize, man, they share 2 middle schools, Howard.
Mm-hmm.
Each one of them got a middle school, 2 middle schools that feed into them, but they share 2 others. That means half of them going here, half of them going there. So it's kind of like, it's a good rivalry. And in football and basketball, for that aspect, good rivalry. I like that. Looking at some of the comments right now, and once again, guys, you say
Tuscaloosa didn't beat United in Westbrook by 70.
Yeah, in football.
Both teams?
Come back there and yeah, this season in football. Let people see that. So y'all see a Tuscaloosa football team is rolling right now. However, they no matter what, they're in the same district out with North Shore. And in this city, North Shore is the measuring stick for all high school football in Greater Houston, and right now, and it has been for the last few years. So North Shore football, that district is arguably the toughest football district in the state. Arguably the toughest in the state. And you got North Shore, Tuscaloosa, Summer Creek, who Summer Creek could have very well beat North Shore this past weekend. We got Seed King in that district. Remember, Seed King opened the season going up to Allen. We're talking about football, and beat them in Allen this season to start the season off. That's 4 teams. Not to mention you got Humboldt and you have Kingwood and Beaumont Westbrook, and so this district is fire. But I'm looking on the schedule, and I'm for the date of Friday, October the 27th. Friday, October the 27th at Galena Park ISD at North Shore High School. That's when Atascocita visits North Shore in football. You talking about sold out? That game there, it's going to be, I'll put it like this. Every constable that works in that precinct will probably have to do overtime on that particular night for traffic detail, all the way to, because right off the Beltway, North Shore is located, because it's one strip, one street that goes in. So it's going to be hectic. Guess what? North Shore's had sold out football games before. No big thing. So the amount of cars that get in the parking lot is the same amount of cars that's gotten to the parking lot before. But the thing is, you want people to leave or to not engage in foolery before, during, or after the game while on the campuses. That's the thing. That's the thing on that. Yeah, October the 27th. Me and Hatter went to a football game at North Shore a couple of years ago. They played Katy, I think, when we went. That was the last North Shore home game that I've been to. I'm planning to go to this game on that Friday, November, between North Shore and Tuscaloosa. Tuscaloosa pretty doggone good. And yeah, I'm looking. Yeah. Tuscaloosa played Seed King the week before, and they played Summer Creek the week after, November the 3rd. Y'all know November 3rd. Put that date in your calendar as well. That's my birthday weekend. But the other kids, I want to run through some names that fared well at the Super 16. I mentioned you guys Abraham Kirksey on yesterday. He suffered a mild injury and didn't play in the last 2 rounds of Booker T. Washington's run to the championship game. I like what I saw from Chase Ashby with PSAT. I like Stoney Hadnot from Cy Springs. Oh, I like the 10th grader from Cy Springs, Landon Veal, about 6'7". I like him. He's going to probably draw early comparisons to a kid named Eric Williams, who was at Cy Springs a couple of years ago. Philip McDonald was there about 15 years ago. He has a chance to be better than both. He has a chance to be better than both. I'm telling you. And also, I'm looking at other players. Of course, Montana Wheeler did what Montana Wheeler normally does with Houston Christian. Chris Adlam played well this past weekend and then committed to Texas A&M Commerce. Got that stuff out the way. Congrats. Hey, Dorian Hayes played well with Ridge Point. Dorian Hayes, man, he went. It's one of those pool games. I can't remember who it was. He went off on somebody early on. I think it might have been Beaumont United. I think that's who that was. I saw him play. Somebody, he had something on his mind, and he was getting it in. Had probably between 25 to 30 points in that one game. And speaking of this young man, Dorian Hayes, he's ranked in the top 10 among the class of 2025. Derek Buckner from Atascocita was consistent. He was arguably their most consistent player on this event. But they have so many mouths to feed at Atascocita. Good man. They have a lot of mouths to feed, which is good. Let me tell you guys something. If I hadn't said this before, college coaches, there are certain schools that, whether you like it or not, that people stereotype or they peg people in different holes from which certain schools that you may attend, right? And just like certain coaches, they hear a kid go to Wheatley, they think certain things. They hear a kid go to Duncanville, they think certain things. A kid come out of Yates, they think certain things. I'm talking about prospects. I'm not talking about any kid, guys. I'm talking about basketball prospects. They think certain things. Just like if you're a football player and you started at North Shore, a certain college coach going to think a certain thing about you, right? They're going to stereotype or peg you into a certain hole. And looking at, with that being said, the young fella, I'm looking right now for some of these other kids that caught my eyes. With that being said, though, certain kids, like, Booker T. Washington, people, they go in and you have to go in and shred the myth, but I mentioned Atascocita. You from Atascocita, college coaches, they normally the non-Division I coaches in this entire region of the United States. If they hear you go to Atascocita and you play there, you're in the rotation, then that means it means something. It's a positive for a lot of the non-Division I coaches, to say the least, not to mention D1s, because they normally annually have the deepest crop of non-Division I talent that gets it and they win together. Now, don't get it twisted. In the process of doing so, they've had about 5 Division I players that came out of Atascocita in the last 6-7 years. If you're starting from Carson Edwards, then Fabian White, then you go up to a couple as most recently, as the young fellow over at Louisiana. That was at Louisiana Tech. Can't grab his name real quick, but then they have talent that come out of there. But it's a lot of it's you make it on that court at Atascocita. You got to realize this weekend we're gonna have the freshman fall championships that's going to be at Atascocita this Saturday. One day, quick event. First game at 9, last game at 3:15. Straight bracket play. Each team guaranteed 2 games. Atascocita is so deep they have 2 teams in there. This event is another one of these fundraisers. I build a motor, put it in somebody in a different, give it to a different school, and they eat off of it, and it's a fundraiser. So in this particular fundraiser for Atascocita, they're going to get the snack bar, but they're going to let everybody in free. Great opportunity to go out and watch. Ain't no excuse now if you live in that area. The schedule is already dropped on the RCS Sports app. The RCS Sports app, of course, I did the schedule for the event. Once again, everybody gets in free this Saturday at Atascocita High School. Just as 2 weeks ago, we had the JV shootout, and that event, everybody didn't get in free, but every penny went to Ben Davis High School. Now, you had to pay the expenses now. You had to pay your referees. You had to pay the security. They got 100% of the door. Now, I paid for my sister and my nephew to help do check-in and work the door out of my pocket because Aldine ISD has been very, very good to me. In the words of Sammy Sosa, you got to give back. That's why I tell people So this is my way to give it. I give back to Aldine High School. This is my tithe to the athletic community in that scholastic district. So, and this weekend, Humble ISD, they've been very good to me. Open their doors for their facilities several times throughout the past decade. Guess what? You give a fundraiser back to them. That way now it can help fill the gaps, and kids can eat better after the game. They can go home not starving after certain games. They can be able to wear shooting shirts or buy different stuff that's normally not in the budget. But my point is, I want to give you guys and light your fuses to be able to relay the torch to let some of these other coaches and kids know it's okay and teach them the fundamentals of giving back. That's what I want to do. Adam, we got we almost at the top, and of course we're at the top. I don't know. You might, speaking of mental health, we were talking about it earlier. Shout out to Coach Ronnie Arrow. He's watching the Chop Shop right now. Legendary Coach Ronnie Arrow. You guys Google Coach Ronnie Arrow San Jacinto basketball, and that'll take you, and you can start up from there. That was what Houston at once upon a time was a mecca for junior college dominancy in basketball, men's basketball. San Jack could have beat. Man, I'm curious. I want to ask you. That's another whole topic. How many Division Ones they could have probably beat at while they was during their heyday? But how we spoke of mental health, and I don't know where Ron Wells is, but I do know them Dodgers he been talking about all year long. Hal. They 0-2 right now. They lost 2. They 0-2, lost at home to that same Arizona team that they was laughing about when the Astros played them last week. Them Arizona Diamondbacks, them rattlesnakes, then bit their ass right on the butt. Now the Dodgers just sitting there. The Dodgers about to self-implode. How they put the third out last night, your homeboy Mookie was in the batter's box, ready to come to bat. The last guy just could have got on base.
Rod Wells didn't come on today for a reason.
I know he didn't. I know he didn't.
He really hurt though. I don't care if my team lose. Our team I like lose.
He asked me about the Astros. Did he ask me about that? Didn't he just ask me about the Astros yesterday?
Oh yeah.
Can y'all get Rod Wells to come to the front of the congregation, y'all?
Oh, the Astros playing shortly.
Yeah, about to win shortly.
I ain't gonna watch it. Because every time I watch it, they get their head toe clean off the frame.
Well, Atlanta show got lucky last night. Woo! I wanted Atlanta to win, though. I rooting for Atlanta.
Man, the playoffs just different, man.
Man, Atlanta, boy, they came alive. They was down 3-0, came alive, and man. And then you saw did you see that final play? The final out was a double play. The first in the history of Major League Baseball playoffs that there was an 8-5-3. That means the center fielder in baseball, each player has a position, as a number. You know, pitcher is 1, catcher is 2, third baseman is 5, shortstop is 6, second base is 4, first base is 3, then outfield 7, 8, 9. So 8 is center field. The center fielder, young fella from Atlanta, jumped and caught one off the wall, hit the wall, had his hand to feel it just right, caught it off the wall, turned around, slung that thing in, overthrew the cutoff man. Then either the 6 or the 5 hole scooped it up, threw the Philly, their best player, threw him out at first base to secure the double play. That ended the game. It was a 1-run game. He was gone. He was going around second. You had to turn around. You had to touch second. You can't run across the field. You got to go touch second, then go back to first in baseball. Man, that was a hell of a play. Thank you, Fred. It was the 5. So it was an 8-5-3, the first ever in the history of playoff baseball in the Major League. I love history. I love this, when people set records, especially during my lifetime. That's good stuff. But today, of course, the Astros in Minnesota. The Dodgers are off. They're traveling today. They will play in Arizona, in Tempe, on Wednesday. The Texas Rangers, they're looking good. They're dominating right now as they return home and prepare to resume their series with the Baltimore Orioles. And once again, the Astros game come on in about 10 minutes. And then we're going to get ready to get up out of here and land this plane so that we can go.
I thought it come on at 3.
Was it 3? Oh, okay. It come out on at 3. I thought it was 3 Central. So it is 3 o'clock. We got up roughly an hour. Got a chance to go and pop you some good Orville Redenbacher or something.
Well, I won't. Every time I watch them, they get their head split.
Well, don't worry. Ain't but 2 games a day. And that's the Rangers played this evening at 7 and against the Orioles. Well, anyway, guys, we want you guys to make sure man, the Astros really need this win right here. We need this game.
Blue Heaven is here. Arnetta Jackson says, don't forget to vote. Absolutely.
Today is the deadline to register.
Yeah.
To vote.
I'm already registered, baby girl.
You know what I'm saying? That's what the day is. Today, October the 10th, is the deadline to register to vote. And that's so a lot of guys out there, a lot of people out there, if you have not, if you have a 12th grader or a teenager, if they're 17 years, 10 months old, 17 years, 10 months old, they can register to vote. And I was looking for the date of early voting. I had that date somewhere on this desk, but I don't want to say the wrong date. I guess I had it for you guys on tomorrow, the date for early voting. And of course, the actual voting date is November is it 7th? That sounds about right. But anyway, guys, register to vote. This can change. This is where some of the change starts on the ground roots level, and there'll be a lot of local positions that will be at at hand, a lot of ordinance and propositions as well. So a lot of stuff can affect your community that's at stake, and if you might not even have been aware of it, you could be voting for bonds for your school district to raise taxes or not. You read through them or sift through them, or go and ask somebody had they heard about what's going on, and get yourself actively involved in the process. But it's time to slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing on this Tuesday. We'll get right back at you guys on tomorrow on the Chop Shop. But make sure we need you to share the show on your way out of the door. And once again, I see Ryan Arrow just sent a message to us. Had on there. And thanks a bunch for Coach Arrow, man. That was he's one of the pioneers, man. I'm telling you. Teen camps. At one point in time, he had the best team camp in Texas while he was at A&M Corpus Christi.
Absolutely.
They had jokers going down there, boy. I'm talking about. I mean, it was a good thing, go out and go to the beach and all that stuff. But anyway, we'll be back at it on tomorrow. We'll see you guys, man. Peace. Hey, shout out to everybody, man. Y'all help Rod Wells, man. Y'all put your hand on the screen and help him right now, man.
Rob
help
Wells
him
will be all right. We out of here.
Dodgers,
See you later, Rob.
we'll bring some mouth ball.
Nigga, I'm out.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.